Hello. I totally forgot to get the coffee out of the kitchen, so I'm gonna go get that while you're listening to this music. If you guys haven't seen this before, I'm gonna be yelling from the kitchen about the instructions of what's gonna be happening. This is one of the most annoying things I do to my neighbors. But this is professionalism at its finest, I assure you. Alright, I am back. Hello. 2 people resubscribe while I was away. Sorry I'm yelling from the other room. How are you guys doing? I thought I'd do some art. I've been doing some art over the last couple of days. If you follow me on Twitter or Tumblr, then you probably already know this. And it's along the lines of what we've been doing here on this fuckery that is the metal art streams. I'm going to bring down the music. In fact, I've actually just turned it off. But it was so low that I don't know if you'd be able to tell. Let me show you a couple of things, because last time we did the Aces and we did the Hermit, and I've totally forgotten where I put my book. God damn it! Did I not actually set up for this stream at all? It appears so. This is predictable, actually. I need to go get my book of tarot stuff, because I actually don't know fuck all about tarot for the most part. I'm going to go and bring up the art thing so you guys can see where we're at. For some reason, this takes up an enormous amount of memory space for reasons that I could not explain, but I'm sure someone who knows anything about anything would be able to do so. This is ADHD, or ADD more specifically. ADHD is now considered part of ADD and ADHD. What's tarot? Tarot is a form of divination that people do, and it's also a way for me to have a theme, an idea for what I'm going to do for a series of drawings, so that way I can keep fresh. One of the worst things you can do to yourself as an artist is just not draw enough. Like, if you're not drawing, you can really affect how well you can draw in the future, because basically you can only draw as good as, yeah. Anyway, let me go get that book. I thought I had it in here because I couldn't find it in the other room, but I'll be right back. Professionalism. It's what you expect. All right, I'm back. Hello. I'm a little bit frazzled today. I don't know why. I'm just kind of all over the fucking place today. So, if you don't draw enough, you do get a little bit out of the what's the word? Loop. And your art starts to suffer. So rather than deal with that, ooh, that is the wrong window. What is happening? All right, music. Music text. Alrighty. Let me start bringing things in, and then I can start talking to you about what we're looking at. Window, want it to be this. So how I've been doing this is I've been basically, I'll open up the music, I'll open up Audacity, and then I'll start recording with Audacity, so that way when the stream goes to After Hours, I can just edit out all of the audio and replace it with this, the Audacity recording, which is exactly what you're hearing right now, if you're live or if you're on After Hours. And the advantage of this is that I can basically make it so that way you hear the same music I do. So I've made a playlist that you can get to. It was just linked by Moobot. It should be in the description of this video. And I'm adding a couple of songs every now and then whenever I think of them. So you can listen to metal music with me. I noticed last video that I just fucking yelled the entire time. And I believe that's because, does this actually cover up that or no? Yes, it does. How wonderful. So I basically need to have it like that then. I'm trying to remember how I had this set up last time where it fucking worked. Alright, I believe it was like that. And then psi, we need to have properties. Actually, I want you to pick up Ooh, what have you done? Yes. You're on mobile though. Well, if you're on mobile currently, you'll be fine. If you're listening to this on mobile when you're just not, yeah, then you're kind of shit out of luck. It is kind of the problem with this. Is this right? Okay, I guess that's right. Now let's fit that to screen and bring it down. Position, order, move to bottom. Okay, so down at the bottom is the current song we'll be listening to, and in the middle is some graphical errors overlaying something we drew last time. The name of the band is Toxic Holocaust. The name of the song is Bitch. It's well known for being one of the songs that was played on what was the name of that show? Sons of Anarchy. I'm just getting rid of this graphical glitch by moving my mouse over it. I don't know why it's there. So, before we start listening to music, I want to show you a couple of things. So I've turned on some multiply effects. I was thinking about, because I don't know if this looks good. You'll have to tell me what you think. But in order to have some color variance on the different ones like Pinnacle and wands and cups and all that, we could have maybe some color overlay that goes along with it rather than just kind of all over the place like this one is. And I figured that might be good. Also, last time we did this for the Ace of Wands, which I think sucks. We did this for the Ace of Cups, which I also think sucks. This for the Ace of Swords, which I think sucks. And this for the Ace of Pentacles, which is okay. I went ahead and mocked up a different version of each, and I want to get y'all's opinion on them. Though I will have to find them in this stack that I did of art. A lot of people have requested that I sell this eventually in the end, but I haven't looked into exactly how to do that. And I am missing that page as well. Fucking hell, what is wrong with me? Okay. Here we go. Is it in this book? There it is, I think. Nope. I'm just having an ADD day. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm a piece of shit on a fairly regular occasion. There we go. That's better. There it is. Okay. Let me give you a screen region. So, now you're looking at the ceiling. What the fuck is even today? Can we... Hi. So I did some alternate versions of those things. I feel like the styles for them really don't look right. I feel like this is better. You know, more of a Gandalf driftwood looking staff. And then you've got a more realistic looking dagger rather than some slash marks. And then a cup. Sorry, it's inverted for me. I feel like this is a better look, so that's what we're going to focus on today, is getting those done, and then hopefully something other than just the aces done, because that's what we did last time. You know, maybe I should just do that off screen. That would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? But fuck it, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with myself most of the time. Probably would have been good to have some sort of milk or something in there, but, you know, this stream is like my coffee. Black. Metal. This is a song called Bitch. Let me tell you when I'm hitting play, so that way if you're doing it on After Hours. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. So we're going to redo the Ace of Cups and stuff like that. Because I don't feel like they're that good. We're going to do them in the style that I just worked up. So we're going to just sketch out in red, I guess, just because I have it loaded up. It doesn't really matter. Are we just watching Rev draw? Yes. Oh, what the fuck is this tool? I'm just going to use the brush because I don't like the way the sketch tool works. And I've also got the stabilization really low. Okay, that should be a little bit better. And this is one of my favorite songs of theirs, honestly. And we'll do this until, well, basically for an hour or so, because then I got to set up for Flash games. I suggest you draw a dick. If I draw a dick, I will get banned from Twitch for sure. Just move that up a bit because I've put it too low. Does he use a pen or his mouse? I've got a really old tablet, but it's a good one. It's an oldie but a goodie. I have a Intuos 3 that is held together by tape. It's not one of those things that I really want to upgrade, though, because the newer versions of Wacom tablets apparently aren't as good. So I've kind of just got to hold out until they start making tablets good again. And then I can go buy a new one. It's not even a money thing. It's something that I'd be willing to put down some money for. Intuos 3 is the best one, yeah. That's what a lot of people think. And just, I don't know too many other tablets, but based on my experience with other tablets, I would say that's probably right. And then this comes in about here and here. It's a nice cheery song. You can set the stabilization of each tool. Yeah, but I usually use just the brush. I think I might turn up the stabilization just because I'm feeling kind of shaky today. Why don't we just have Doom music? It's whatever. We're just drawing a dagger because we need to have one for the Suit of Swords. So, yes, basically. And we're going to make it not look like shit in a second, but what happened to the music? There it is. Although that is not the current song. God, this is such an awesome music video. Fucking look at this shit. It's fucking great. So good. So fucking metal. This is like one of the first mosh pits that I ever went in was for this song. I was like, yeah, I gotta fucking go into this pit. It was so good. And then I bumped into this guy that I used to be in a band with, like fairly recently, from when I did that, and it was like kind of awkward. Because he was in the mosh pit as well, and I don't know. There had just been some explosions because someone threw some black cats into the mosh pit. And I mean, fortunately, the mosh pit was crazy enough that it was crazy enough there at the time that like I didn't have to see him. If you've ever been in a band, it's sort of like having a girlfriend or an ex-girlfriend in a lot of cases. What is a mosh pit? It's a collection of people all rocking out as hard as possible in a very confined area. It's actually a lot nicer than it sounds. Everyone thinks it's like violent and people just punching each other, and if there's someone drunk there, it is. But, you know, generally speaking, it's pretty nice. The people on the outside of the mosh usually just try and make sure that no one falls down and gets trampled. If someone falls down, everyone stops and picks them back up, and then they go back on it. I feel like I could continue to have like skeletons holding daggers and stuff, and I need to make it pointier and less. It needs to be sharper looking. It's not my favorite to do like a really basic looking sword, but I think that's probably good enough. It must smell bad. I mean, usually there's enough shit going on that you don't really pay attention. I've heard that mosh pits are like being packed in a can of sardines. It depends on the concert. Like if it's a fairly, I wouldn't say Toxic Holocaust is as obscure of a band as you'll like to think. I mean, they're on fucking Sons of Anarchy. He just has different understandings of what music is because he's from a different country. Like something like Hammerfall. You know, if you're into Hammerfall in America, it's like, oh, you know about some kind of not ultra obscure power metal, but some like, you know, power metal. You know, it's not Dragon Force. So I don't know. I love this dude's voice. And this was like their most recent album. As of this recording, I think they've got another one on the pipe. If you want to not so... I mean, I kind of want to do all the art myself, but thank you for the offer, Mafa. I love this band, and I love like basically everything that Overkill has ever done, but they have such a shitty patch collection. But anyway, it depends on the band, is what I was getting at. Because like, if you're at a King Diamond concert, your mosh pit's going to be a lot more intense than, I don't know, some local band. Nah, you're good. I'm going to turn up the stabilizer because I'm, like I said, way too fucking shaky to draw today. But I really want to because people have been requesting this. I think it's going to be a regular thing on Mondays, though. Because I did a poll on Twitter, and at least a majority when I looked said, well, I use different music for the Flash games. I'll just not have music for the Flash games. I'll just have whatever comes up. I only do it like this for Heavy Metal Tarot because, you know, why am I drawing these? Basically because I want to draw and I don't have any other ideas. And this aesthetic is what people like or what I want to be doing. The sort of gore grind, death metal-y kind of thing. God, for a second there, I thought I did it on the wrong layer, and that would have fucking sucked. Can I draw something deliberately terrible? Yeah. Here's an eye, and here's an eye. I've got the stabilizer on, so it's like kind of smooth. And then there's like teeth here, and he's like, There you go. Something deliberately kind of terrible. It's more Picasso than anything else, just because of the fucking stabilizer is so high. Stabilizer won't let me make jerky, awful looking drawings. Do 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 do. Have I tried Manga Studio yet? Nah. I'm fine with Psy. Psy is good for me. Have I tried overlaying textures yet? Yeah. What the fuck did I do? Oh. You and Yol should do another Pokemon Draw stream. Yeah, I need to get a hold of Yol. I haven't done anything with him for a while. Alright. Now, what does this look like without the outline layer? I don't like how sketchy that looks. I'm trying to breeze through this. That way we can, what's the worst song I know? One of the worst things I've ever heard was when I was looking for more music for this, and I heard a black metal rendition of Riders on the Storm. Why can I not fucking draw today? I hate that feeling. There's some days where I just fucking can't draw. Like, my hands just won't do what I'm telling them to do. And this seems to be one of them. Oh well. We'll just do as much as we can. Use shift click for long strokes. Yeah, I kind of like the sketchy thing. Can I please play that song? I'd rather not. I'm sure you could find it if you just search black metal Riders on the Storm. It's a fucking awful song out of fucking nowhere, and no one asked for it. Rider on the Storm is, I think, like a bluegrass song originally. I don't know what genre that is. It's like a 1940s hit. And black metal is like, let's intentionally make something that's hard to listen to make it so that way all these Westerners get out of our fucking country. It says Norway to no one. God, and such good songs too. Yeah, it was awful. Okay, well, I could do it, but it's gonna fuck up everyone on After Hours, and that's the main issue. I do like Psy. What? Oh, SAI. Psy. Psy art. It's God, I thought I was I keep thinking I'm working on my like whatchamacallit. Has anyone ever stolen my art? Yes. And they got fucked hard. Cause I don't stand for that fucking shit. This is my song that, like, if I'm not hyped enough for stream, it's one of the songs that I'll listen to get me fucking pumped. Because how can you not be pumped after listening to this song? No Sai is a Japanese black metal band. I don't know a lot of Japanese bands, to be honest. I mean, of course, baby metal, everyone fucking knows that piece of shit. I mean, I don't know. It just sounds like corporate crap to me. Did I sue for $1 billion? No, I just got their account disabled. I made it so that way their IP was banned. And then threatened further legal action until they took it down. Oh, I was just trying to get a little bit of, get my account looked at some. It's not stolen, it's just traced. Yeah, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? It was honestly a long time ago, and I've had some people try to do it in fairly recent memory, but I'm kind of well known enough as a streamer that when I do post art, it's kind of in everyone's best interest to not try and steal from me, because I will publicly shame you for it. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. There's certain things that I have absolutely no tolerance for, and art theft is one of them. That's okay. I think it's better than that. Don't you? I just want flash streams. I mean, we'll do that in an hour, basically. How many cards have you finished already? One. What's my biggest pet peeve? I don't know. I might clean that up more later off stream. I'm just trying to get up to where we were at. So now we'll do the Ace of Cups. I think I'm not going to try and do the alchemy symbols on stuff. Maybe have it somewhere in the back. So again, we start off with the sketch layer, and I'm just going to kind of generally put down where lines are going to be. Nope, 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 nope. There we go. Also, I'm sorry if I'm yelling. I feel like I always yell during this. I'm just going to do all of them. And in this metal style that I've been doing recently. I don't know why I'm like so into doing this. It's just it's easier for me. Like, I don't have to pull out the paint supplies. I can just fucking do some art and I don't really have a good like the order of these songs is not very well done. It's just kind of what I thought of when I thought of things, you know? I might have to like sketch through this like this. I hate doing that, but I just don't have the line confidence today to be able to pull off the line that I'm trying to do here. I like doing black and white art, honestly. I like color. I like adding color to my art, but I don't know. There's something really fun about just doing it in black and white because you're so restricted that you have to do a lot more than if you were just doing Does this not let you rotate the canvas? It does, but I've got this mic stand in the way. I'll probably go back in with an eraser and clean that up some more. Hey, Peach Tea. I love that line. I'm a swift, cold hand of retaliation. It's such a fucking awesome riff. Yeah, I'm going to do Flash games after this. I'm going to do them at 6 my time, and it's about 5 my time right now. I should probably double check that post I put on Twitter. Let me set up or look at that. Yeah, Saturdays are my day for doing the Frozen Flash game incentive. Twitter's taking some time to load up on my phone, so rather than sitting here and waiting for it to load, I'm just gonna keep drawing. So it's 4:52 where you are. Yes. I think I need to bring that in more before I can it needs to be more like this, I think. Oh, some good old Venom. Venom is such a good band, and I only found out about them in fairly recent amount of time, like within the last couple of years. which for me is fairly recent. It's like a little bit punky, a little bit King Diamond-y. It's everything I like. Any recent metal albums that I consider a must listen. Ghost is good as far as like recent ones that came out recently. Welcome to Hell, which is where this song is from, is great. Any advice for motivating yourself to draw more? Just fucking pick a subject and do it. It doesn't have to be a smart idea. It doesn't have to be something you show your friends. It doesn't have to be something that ends up in a gallery. Just do art. Otherwise, you're going to get rough and you're not going to want to do it because you're not as good at art as you used to be and yada yada. We know that you're good at art, but are you good at graphic design? I am lying to employers and saying I am. Is that an answer? I'm okay at it. I do all the graphic design for my channel, aside from the Rev Mushroom, which Yul did as a sort of like welcome to YouTube fucker gift. Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't. Not every piece of art that you do has to be Da Vinci worthy. It doesn't even have to be serious. Like, you don't even have to do good art. You just need to do art on a regular occasion, or you will get sketchy. This is for the Ace of Cups. So yeah, and I kind of think I might want to bring stuff in a bit more, but it just needs to be an iconic, easy to draw style that I can copy. And it needs to be in the similar style as the skeletons and stuff. Who originally designed the original Vinesauce shroom that Vinny uses? I honestly don't know the answer to that. This is not a very good version of this song, honestly. Like, I feel like it's lower quality than the one I usually listen to, but that's what I get for trying to find songs on YouTube. I mean, I figure right now, if I'm unemployed, I might as well be doing art, right? Just keep my skills sharp so that way when I get a job, I'll be good. The other option is doing like fucking sponsorship deals. And of the ones that I got sent recently, only one of them looked any good. Like, I'm not really willing to do a sponsorship for a company that like I don't actually use or wouldn't use, because if it's a shitty product, I'm not going to tell you about it. You know what I mean? I can tell you about some of the ones that I got sent that were funny. Is there a reason you're not using the fill tool? Well, you see, that's called the I'm dumb. I kind of like this. You should take commissions. I need to set up that commission page. I have it basically set up. I just haven't done it. Like, I have an image set up so I could start doing it, but I did some freelance work for a week or two, and it was just awful. It was fucking awful. And it reminded me why I don't like doing freelancer commission. Yeah, no, I'm just dumb. Sometimes it does weird shit like that, but honestly, it would take less time if I fucking just... The fill tool will leave white pixels, but like, we can clean them up. It's basically anything that's like big. Yeah, let's say that it's because it leaves white pixels, and that's why I was not doing it, not because I'm dumb. The one thing kind of sucks about doing black and white art is you can't really do like gradient shading. You can do like a little bit of it by having like stripes and stuff, but that's not really the aesthetic we're looking for. And Sea Cleaner, please fuck off. You could pre-filter your inquiries so you only talk to potential clients. Yeah, there are people who will send me stuff and they're like, yeah, can you do this like 30-foot mural for me? I don't have the money yet, but eventually would you be willing to do it? And it's like, why are you messaging me about something that you don't have the money to do right now? Like, why the fuck would you even... Do you go to someone who's building decks and go, hey, eventually I'd like to hire you to build a deck for me. I don't have a house right now or the money to pay for it, but, you know, when I do... Smudge tool is awful for gradient. It gives a really, like, cheap look, unfortunately. Who did Yule's new album art? I believe he got the guy who kind of inspired this setup to do it. He did the original Death Clock posters. We're usually pretty chill here. I can be a dick to you just so you feel like more at home on the internet. I understand that most of the time people are dicks on the internet, so I could just totally be a fucking asshole if that makes everyone feel better. Rev, can you do ASMR? While I'm playing metal music, how's that going to work? I've done a couple of ASMR things. I noticed that it comes up fairly high as far as search terms, but no one fucking watches it. I don't know what that means. Please neg me. I think you're probably a nice guy, dick face. I did ASMR. Yeah, I did too. There was one where I did fuck, I forgot the name of the songs. I want to hear an ASMR metal album. Well, one of them was the Slayer song. I'm forgetting the name of it. This looks really childish in comparison to this. I feel like this looks better. So I'm going to get rid of this one. Let's switch up the wands next because I feel like it's going to be a little bit more difficult to do. That's where that line from that Flash game stream came from. I love your Natalan slowed down commentary. Thank you. I need to do another one of those, but I need to find another thing to do it to. What do you think the funniest moment in one of your streams? Honestly, one of my favorite videos of mine is the top 10, or is it top 10 or top 5 numbers of all time? I fucking loved making that video because it was so fucking stupid and it's so clickbaity and awful and people hate me for it and it's great. Teletubby wave? I guess Teletubby is a natural thing to come next. It was top 5. Yeah. That video is fucking shit, and I love it so much. So this one is based off a piece of driftwood, I think. I forget where I got this reference image. It might be like Gandalf's staff. I forget. Am I a wizard? For all you know, I am. Sure. I like answering that question as an affirmative. Just because it's like, I don't know. Why the fuck not? Sure, I'm a fucking wizard. My favorite line Rev has ever said was, "I will eat your foot and fuck the stump." Yeah, that was good. When was that from? That was from was that from Payday? No, it wasn't from Payday. What was that from? Fuck. Anyway, Venom is amazing. I'd really love to do like a I still want to do like a King Diamond. Oh, this song came out of nowhere for me. I was listening to Spotify one day, like on the recommended stuff, and found this. This counts as they called it black folk metal. I think it's more folk metal than black metal, but it's fucking amazing, and I love this song. It's so good. I'm gonna crank it a bit just because I love it so much. Don't know how to pronounce it, so there you go. I believe it's in Norwegian, and it's based after an old folk song. They did it as a collaboration with the Norwegian government as a celebration of like their 200th or 2000th anniversary of their constitution or something like that. Something crazy. I forget there are countries that are older than America. How many memes can you churn out per minute? I've got like a 1 per minute meme ratio, but I feel like they're stronger hitting memes. They have a little bit more staying power. There's a way of yeah, transform. Oops, that's not it. I drew it too big, so I want to make it smaller scale. There we go. I feel like the music's a bit too loud. Sorry. I wasn't sure how loud this song was going to be. I'll take it down a bit. This is one of the slower paced songs on the album. So are these going to be real tarot cards? If I can figure out where I can get them printed, and the follow-up question that everyone's been asking to that is how much would that cost? And it's from the websites I looked at, and I'm sorry for the artifacting. It's just what was I saying? Oh, a lot of them have like prices based on like number being sold. So I'd buy like a huge like 200 something pack of them and then sell them for whatever. I'll make sure it's uploaded to like tabletop as well. Although tabletop doesn't allow you to have inverted cards, which is kind of necessary for tarot. Because death right side up is different than death wrong side down. If you know anything about tarot cards, if you're like a tarot aficionado, please let me know, especially for the suit cards. I get like the overall premise of like what wands are like and what that kind of thing, but I don't understand like some of the I've seen a lot of people who do like tarot not as like a like divination thing, but more of a ink blot sort of thing. Although I don't really like the I don't know. I'm having a good day so far. I'm having a bad art day, but I'm doing okay. Yeah, all the JoJo stands I think are based after tarot cards. All right, how can I make this better? I need to like add in some like there are days where I can draw like a fucking savant, and there are days where I can't draw for shit. Maybe try Game Crafters. I think that's one of the websites I was looking at. I don't know. Like I said, I can sell them based on interest. Like how many people are interested in buying them. Like actually interested, because otherwise I'm going to end up with like 500 tarot cards that I don't need. Or 500 sets of tarot cards. And this needs to be a little bit, like, rougher. It's a little bit too smooth, so I should probably turn the stabilization down and just accept the unevenness of some of these lines. Yeah, when I first listened to this, I couldn't stop listening to it. I listened to it on repeat like 3 or 4 times. Such an amazing song. So fucking weird. But I like it. I like folk metal. Black metal is kind of weird for me. I'm not a huge fan of it. And before people are asking if the Beatles are black metal. I guess I don't really need to erase a black line in a black area, do I? Kind of a startling change of pace, but I like this song. I was listening to this one day when I was at school doing some print stuff, and I had one of my teachers walk in, and this was blasting on the stereos, and he's doing some other work, and he's like, Colin, what are we listening to? I'm like, black speed metal. He's like, what? I don't know. I need my black metal mixed with something else for me to really like it. You know, a little bit of speed. Black metal does have a lot of politics attached to it, a lot of kind of creepy, not good politics, too. I mean, technically speaking, I believe tarot cards are like kind of one of the things that it says not to deal with in the Bible. So I guess if you're a hardcore Christian, then that's going to be a problem. But we're also listening to Evil's Rebirth, which is talking about Satan coming back. So, you know, that's a thing. I don't know. I'm not a Christian, though, so it's not a really huge deal for me. But if you are, if you're a hardcore Christian, it may not be in your best interest to buy tarot cards because it's called soothsaying in the Bible, and it's a sin. But what the fuck isn't? I might want to add like skulls and shit in the back. Yeah, a lot of black metal is like bordering on neo-Nazi at times. Um All right, I'm going to go double up on my coffee and get rid of this layer, and then we'll do the Ace of Pentacles again. This one's all right, but I think it should be a little bit different. I can see how that would be a thing, Bob Lamprey. All right, so I'll be right back. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the shock jocks kind of stuff. If I did a band again, it would probably have some bit of a political edge to it or whatever. But the main problem I feel like for me doing like a band is that I have a weird ass schedule and I don't like being near people. I don't want to sound like an edgelord. I like having my free time, and I don't know as if I have the time to deal with being in a band. It's like having another girlfriend. And, you know, that having a girlfriend is fine. It's good. But trying to make sure that everyone is happy is a bit, I don't know. You're banned from your own chat because you're too edgy. Oh, shit. I need to tone that down just a bit. I don't know. I just don't have the time and day to be in a band, but I want to be. So inevitably that just means that if I want to be in a metal band, I'm either going to have to stop being an introvert, yes, or I'm going to have to, you know, I could do black metal by myself, but I don't really like the style, you know? And the other thing is that I don't know how to fucking play drums or even play simulated drums all that well. I can sing all right. I've been a singer in a couple of bands, and I'm not going to right now, just so you know. Here we go, some King Diamond. This was on the soundtrack to Clerks 2. And is one of the most infamous King Diamond songs ever because of this fucking lyric right here. Such a fucking awesome riff. I lost my shit when he fucking went live with this. I don't know, that Toxic Holocaust I don't think is solo. I mean, I saw him live and had a full band. I don't know if those were You could just, I mean, your neck could be bent if your notes sound off no matter what you do. This pinnacle is actually pretty close to how I want it to look, but I want to clean it up a little bit and make it a bit more drapey rather than drippy. I mean, I'm an okay guitar player. I'm not great. I can't shred as well as I used to. It doesn't sound anything like Yol. Yol is much more of a death metal thing going on. Actually, this is pretty close to what I want, so we're gonna make we're just gonna color shift this because it's pretty much what I want. Done. Okay. And I need to add some like stuff falling off of it, so. But that's the general way it's going to look, and then it's going to have different little bits of rotting flesh coming off of it like this. Yeah, You'll wish he sounds like King Diamond. He sounds nothing like King Diamond. He doesn't have the vocal range. No one fucking does. Though at that concert, I pretended like I did and scared the shit out of everyone nearby. Or maybe I was just pissing him off. I don't know. And then we have another... Where do I want the other one? There we go. Alright, and then we just erase everything else. Oops, that is not the erase tool. Yeah, King Diamond has just a crazy vocal range. It's because he's, I think, classically trained now. Like, he went and, like, learned how to do operatic singing, which I think shows, but he's always been pretty good. Alright, and then we, color shift this one as well. And clean up some of the bits that I don't really like. He was a Satanist for the longest time, but then he realized how divisive and how fucked up the world is, and it's just like, you know what? I don't need to add to that. So then he just started doing, like, horror albums. Didn't King Diamond retire? No, fuck, I saw him, like, a couple years ago, and he's writing another album that's set to come out this year. I forget when it was. It was fairly recently that I saw him play. He's still around, is my point. And I actually realized that I'm doing this backwards, but it's okay. We can actually just select all, and then there's a way to, like, invert color, right? No. Select all. How do I invert? Is it... No, what I need to do is I need to do it like this, and then we change the... There we go. That was pretty easy. And then I need to clear out this area because I forgot that when I invert it, it's not going to look right. So, and I'm going to actually erase rather than do it the other way by coloring it in. Because then if I decide to do some color, like if I decide to use like this green, which actually looks pretty good. I think the green one looks good. The other colors, the green and the red look good, and I'm not sure what color to go with for air. Which is swords? I always think I get, or is it wands? I get swords and wands switched up. And I need to stop here in a minute so we can get set up for Frozen Flash streams, but completely change the tone and pace of this. Yeah, 39% for Monday. on that. So why don't we I'll finish up this one and then we'll try and do one of the major arcana. Because I guess we're fucking doing the aces in a major arcana again. Sorry, After Hours. Sorry, people who've seen this shit before. I just wasn't happy with the way that looked. And it didn't really match the aesthetic of the rest of the deck or what it's going to look like. So, swords are air, fire, wands are fire. Yeah. And I know some decks get it backwards for whatever reason, but we're not dumb. We're good at what we do. So, I love your art so much. Thank you. I need to do more of it. Oh, Corporal Clana. There we go. Here's some folk metal for you. Oh. Well, good luck on your date then, man. I kind of want to increase the size of these. I personally love the Stardew Valley streams. I've noticed that people are either a Stardew Valley or a game dev kind of person. They like one or the other. You like both. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong with that assessment. And honestly, in order of things that get views, this gets more views than Stardew, which is okay with me. It's like the opposite of a problem. Reminds you of Ailstorm. The reason it reminds you of Ailstorm is because Ailstorm is, I mean, pirate metal may as well just be called folk metal, honestly. It's such a small, shallow genre. There's only a handful of pirate metal bands. Running Wild, what was it? Kingdom Waves, I think, is another one I heard about recently. I'm actually going to go see Ailstorm fairly soon. I need to still get tickets for that, but I also need to go and get the rest of my shit together. All right, let's get rid of this, and then let's figure out a I also want to do the bottom scroll. I haven't heard Ailstorm in years, though. I don't think they're on this list. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're not. Also, fucking Dream Evil is amazing, but they have some really dumb songs like Heavy Metal Jesus. But this song right here, this is fucking power metal. This is fucking the shit. Dragon Force doesn't have shit on this. Fucking wizards. Power metal is a wizard, a really ripped wizard fighting a dragon over a half-naked lady on the side of a bus, like airbrushed onto the side of like a panel van. You know what I mean? That is the aesthetic. It's so good. All right, and that gets rid of the Ace of Wands as well, so we can get rid of that. So now we're back to basically where we started the stream. Hailstorm is, or I mean, Dragon Force is okay, but they can't play live. All right, so let's do a major arcana. I still need to figure Out one for... Which one's going to be Empress of Bathory? Or Countess of Bathory? Probably, like... Christian metal. Yeah, it's pretty awful, honestly. Hanged Man? How about Hanged Man? Okay. Christian metal, isn't that an oxymoron? No, it's a thing. It's pretty awful, though. I mean, that's a personal opinion. Obviously, like, you know, I'm not the type to be down on, like, Christians or whatever. Like, if you're a Christian or if you're, of any faith, you do you, man. And the Hanged Man's supposed to be hung by his foot. A lot of Dragon Force is like, through the fire and the flames. There's a couple lyrics that they copy on all of them. But we're not going to hang him by his foot because although that's more in the spirit of the card, it's not in the spirit of this, you know? We got to have him like hanged by his throat. And furthermore, his rib cage is exposed and his guts are just like falling out and he's still fucking fighting for it, you know? He's still got his hands on his throat trying to like pull it off, but he's strangling to death and he's been gutted and he's dying. And there you go. So that's our sketch layer for this. It's got to be metal. I'm just getting the general idea of where things are going to be. This solo, though. Edge, it's fucking metal, though. Rev, are you okay? See, that's the thing. Like, I can draw this, and I can also draw, like... Here, hold on. Let me... You guys can see that. Okay. I also did this. You know? But that destroys the symbolism of the Hanged Man. Yeah, I know, but... What do you fucking want? It's metal. I also have to keep true with the rest of it. Like, a few of them are going to be hard to do, like the Fool. I don't know how I'm going to do the Fool. Because the Fool, like, he's about to do some dumb shit, but he hasn't yet, you know? Like, the world's about to come and kick his ass, but it hasn't yet, you know? And that's the main thing. I don't know. Get an artist that can do both. This and cute shit like that. I wish I had seen Lemmy before he died. A man holding a bomb. That's smart. Like, he doesn't realize that he's about to get blown the fuck up, but yeah, that's a little bit better. Because the Hangman is supposed to be about, like, looking at things from a different perspective, not dying from strangulation and being gutted at the same time. No, he needs to be looking up more, doesn't he? And he needs to be, like, screaming, too. What did you think of Motorhead's Clean Your Clock album? I'm going to have to double check which one that is based on the album art. You know, I don't think I fucking listened to that one. Oh, is it live? I mean, the hangman is supposed to be hanging from his foot, so that way he's seeing things from a different angle. And it's an allusion to the Norse god who did that. I think it was Norse. You know, I'm not an expert at this, obviously, but he needs to be clawing at his throat so he can get the things off. Yeah, I don't like live albums. I really don't. Because I feel like they're a lot lower production quality. And I mean, if it was for a show that I went to and I was live for, yeah, there are a couple of songs that I'll listen to the live version because I was at the concert and I can see me in the crowd and it's great. Oh, he could be hung by guts. That would be fucking metal as hell. I don't know. Have a snake for a noose? That's just getting crazy. Hang him from his nutsack. Nah, that's not really my style. And that's a little bit more fetishistic than it is metal. Oh shit. All right, let's get in there and do some a little bit more detail work. His eye is going to be like there. His nose is going to be like here. That little cross, for those of you that don't do art, is kind of a the way that you do faces. It's kind of like you can figure out which angle the face is going to be facing and figure out if you've got your head on straight and all that. Hang him from some razor wire. God, you guys are fucking brutal. The band I was in was going to do a cover of this song, but then it fell apart. What are we making? We're doing the Hangman. What about him hanging from his spinal cord? Like you guys took this like 8 times more metal than I would ever do. You guys are fucking metal. Okay, I like doing the front teeth because it kind of sets me up to get the rest of the mouth right. But I feel like I've got the eyes in the wrong spot because they need to be more recessed. So it'd be like something like that. I don't know. I still don't have it quite right. Let me get out this skull that I've got. I've got a skull next to my computer. Why doesn't the hanging man have a bag over his head? He's seeing things from a new perspective on the end of a noose, you know? He's got to be learning about the world, you know? It's because I've drawn his head too big. Like, he has his jaw over here, but he has his fucking rest of his head over there. Have something crawling out of his eye socket. Oh, I haven't done that yet. Why the fuck haven't I done any of that yet? I want him to be like held together by like necrotic magic where he's being like tortured for all of eternity. But he's like learning about the world because he's being tortured. And he's learning that the world is a shit place because that's nihilistic and metal. Yeah, that was the problem. I didn't have the I didn't have that straight. I couldn't find another version of this song. Sorry about that. Some more guar for you guys. And we'll have his jaw open so he's in like a silent scream because he's trying to grasp for air, but he can't because he doesn't even have lungs anymore. Yeah. Is the next card death? No, we gotta wait on death because I want to get better and better at my art and doing this style and do like the especially important ones like death and the devil last. Have one lung hanging out the bottom? Maybe. We can actually probably see the rope here. It needs to be like concerned. So concerned is this stroke. And we're going to tone that down a bit, but I just want to make sure we got the journal thing. Hanged Man is number 12. Yeah, but we did we're doing it in a weird order. We're just kind of doing them. I'm flipping through the book and picking one. Guar was sort of Death Clock before Death Clock was a thing. It was very much a signal of its times. You know, this family values, you know, sort of thing, and sort of a kickback against that and be like, we're fucking the planet. We're in a war. This is shit. We should do something about it. But rather than say that in a really bitchy way, they were just like, no, we're aliens from space, and what you guys are doing is great. Fuck the world. You know? They got on like Jerry Springer a couple of times, at least once. So are they edgelord? Yeah, it's intentionally that way. I kind of want to see Guar next time they come through. I mean, Odorous is dead, so that kind of sucks. But you know, it is what it is. I wasn't really into him until recently. Their live shows are about getting covered in blood. You know. I guess that's what I get for getting into him late. We're gonna have some of these teeth broken because I kind of did his sideways and weird. Hello, how are you doing? We may have to finish this one next time because I don't have enough time to finish this one because I've just gotten a decent amount into his face and yes, welcome to Sin Town. Go get some coffee or something. You're gonna need it because we're gonna be fucking around for a bit. And the molars have like a little indent there. They don't actually go down all the way. I'm sorry I filled your chat with horrible kinks. It's okay. It's kind of just what I expect of you guys, honestly, at this point. I don't know. Maybe that's what I should do. Is I should just try and do like my own electronic stuff. Because I know like a couple of like Burzum or whatever his name is, Varkeens when he was in prison did some like stuff because they gave him like stuff who he could still write music, which is how Sweden is different than America. Is the rope inside his skull? No, you can kind of just see through the back. I'm not a huge fan of Cannibal Corpse, to be honest. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. I get it if you do, but like, I don't know. I realize I can't say that like I don't like their style because it just seems like too gross out and edgy while listening to Guar is kind of funny. But Is that right? Yeah, I'm just not a huge fan of Cannibal Corpse, and I couldn't give you a good reason. Maybe I just haven't listened to the right songs, but it's just I don't really care for the guy's voice. I don't really care for their riffs. Guar has some really sweet ass fucking riffs. I think it's better when we don't see the skull in the back, even if that's more anatomically correct. To see the skull through the back like that, I feel like that's a little bit better. I don't know. I'm still not too happy with this one, to be honest. I think I've made his jaw too large. Also, the lead singer of Cannibal Corpse looks like a fucking thumb, and no one can tell me otherwise. Like he's a thumb man. I mean, I respect Cannibal Corpse for what they've done for metal. Here's some symphonic black metal for you. You watched Kids Next Door growing up? Guar was in an episode of Kids Next Door? Are you fucking kidding me? I've got to do something in the back here. I'm not too happy with it. The jaw is like too much a jar. Oh, and we can't see his spine through it. We should be able to see his spine here. Because his spine is still attached to something, right? And if we can see the rope in the back, we should be able to see his spine as well. I don't know. Spine goes here. We'll have to finish this one up next time because I'm running out of time. As much as I really don't want to. We might have some like drippy flesh to be able to cover up some of this. I'm really not too happy with his jaw in general. And I need to give him a bit more shoulder here. Even if he is like a flayed corpse, he needs to have a little bit of a thing going on. And maybe some flesh coming off, because why not? And we can make this more bone because we did that. Because it's like that part of his arm is just bare. We gotta have flesh dripping from his eyes, true. A reference page? Yeah, I should probably go and get some references. But I'm not going to look up references for a rotting corpse on stream. I don't know. Molded meat is a good reference for, like, the innards. But, again, also something that'd probably get me banned on Twitch. I might need references. Let's get some innards going at least, and then that way I can like have a place to start from. I mean, I've got a skull right next to me, but by the way, this song isn't about Satan or anything. It's about how pretty the forest is, which is one of the reasons I added it, because it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I'm just having kind of a bad art day, so I can't draw for shit. I'm not really happy with him. And I feel like this is a little bit too neatly organized. Like, his innards need to be just, like, spilling out all over the fucking place. He looks a little bit too much like Papyrus and a little bit too little like Rotting's corpse. Operation Food Fight, if you want to watch the Guar episode of Kids Next Door. I had no idea that was a thing. That's fucking amazing. I think at the end of this song we'll stop and then we'll switch over to and I can't draw tits on stream either, so when I do Countess of Bathory, I'm gonna have to do part of it off stream. Is Party Cannon a decent metal band? I don't know too much about them. They have a weird logo. I remember that much, yeah. But I don't know much about them, to be honest. Also, don't ask me if it's a decent band. If you like it, it's a decent band, you know? Otherwise, you're just asking my opinion on it. And you can like shit that I don't like. A lot of people do. A lot of people like stuff that I don't. Yeah, the draw is too open. I'll fix it next time. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of busy work and waiting for the song to end. I may scrap this entire drawing, to be honest. I mean, conceptually, I feel like it's right, but see, that's part of the problem is I don't listen to a lot of death metal, so I might erase some of this because I don't know, it doesn't feel right. I need to have like one of these gut streams or the other, and one needs to be longer than the other because one's like his lower intestines, one is his like upper intestines. And I can have some drippy bits, you know, that's fine. Clavicle goes here. Ribs go here. I'm not gonna I might have to pull out a reference image for this. Guar produced the music under the for the episode under the name Guar Rarg. Yeah, preliminary sketch drawings are a huge deal, and the preliminary was okay. It just wasn't very good. I'm gonna just bring this out and see if we can make it look good without the draw, for now at least. Alright. How many people do you have for minion streams on average? Quite a bit more than this. Although people may be trickling in now. He needs to be suffering more. And I think I've just screwed up his skull. I like the way his eyes look, but I don't like anything else about him. So I may just cover this up and do it again next time. I think that's what we'll do. This fucking song gets just off the rails after a bit. You guys are more concerned about numbers than I am. Why that looks good? Nah. It needs to be redone. It's gonna fuck me up if I try and do it again. Where are we at on this song? I feel like it's almost over. Yeah, it is. Okay. So we're gonna pause it there. By the way, let me go look at the lyrics for this shit. Beneath a sky painted with 1,000 stars, an untouched land of arcane beauty, the crystal lake, basking in such glorious light. In the far distance now lies the ancient castle. There's nothing about Satan in any of this. It's just like, look at how fucking pretty this shit is. Oh yeah, everyone has past bands that they listened to that were shit. That's why I don't talk about it, you know? I think a lot of people's first metal is probably some new metal band, you know? Like Evanescence or fucking... Although they're coming back, aren't they? Metallica's alright. They are, honestly are. I'm not going to ever bash anyone who likes Metallica. They're an alright band, but they're just not my... they're not my cup of tea much anymore. I listen to slightly heavier stuff. But anyway, let me... I saved this. What card is this? This is supposed to be the Hangman, but I don't know. I may scrap this all. I may scrap this entirely. Let me bring up a BRB screen. There we go. All right. All right. So we're going to come back to that on Monday, like 6-ish, maybe. And we'll start with, we just got done with the, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but next will be Well of Despair by Skeleton Witch. Just help me remember that. Should be able to. First exposure to metal was Megadeth. Yeah, it's usually the big four, Metallica, Megadeth, stuff like that. But anyway. I'm going to go. I'll be right back. I'm going to go to the bathroom. For people who are coming in to see Flash Games, I just got done doing an art stream, so I kind of need to go pee and get some water and stuff like that. And then I'll be back with Flash Games, because I got to torture my soul like that. Anyway. I will be right back. Let me throw up an ad, because why the fuck not? For those of you on After Hours, that'll be tomorrow's video. See you guys in 3 minutes. How's that sound? Give me a sec. Alright, and we're back. I'm going to switch over to Frozen Flash games now. So, if you're watching this on After Hours, why did you wait 3 minutes to just be told goodbye? Do you need to be told goodbye? I'm sorry. Everyone needs a good goodbye in their day. Gives you some closure. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow with Frozen Flash games. For those of you watching live, stick around. I'll be right back in half a sec. Goodbye.